What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Sav Show. My name is Savilian. I'm the host of this show. And today I'm talking about keeping some shit to yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be negative or, distasteful when I say that. This is purely from a place of staying in your own power and backing yourself and trusting yourself and knowing that it's going to be okay, right? So I was having a conversation with a gentleman the other day who's going to appear on the podcast very soon, and we're talking about this concept of building in the dark, building things or doing things that aren't seen or heard about or that anyone knows about. And where it came from was a quote or a thought or an idea that I saw recently on a podcast or some kind of conversation. It probably would have come from Alex Hormozy or someone in that sphere. But the idea was this: make sure some of the things that you're doing in your life, absolutely nobody knows about. What do I mean? So when, quite often, and this has been the story of my life, quite often the idea of something has been enough to want to tell people about it. So as an example, if I just wrote a song that I think I could put on an EP or make an EP or a mixtape around, my first thought has always been two things. One, show people the demo immediately, and two, start telling everyone that I'm working on an EP. Now, the reason I do that and have done that is because I wanted the dopamine that comes with that experience, right? So if I do something, a demo, even write some bars, if I show someone and I get a few fire reacts or I get someone say, oh, that's interesting or that's cool, I feel like I've achieved something, right? I get that dopamine hit. I get told by the feedback immediately that I've achieved something. Now, what happens is that dopamine, that feeling satiates the need to actually do the thing, right? And when I was talking to this person, we talked about it, front loading the reaction, front loading the dopamine instead of front loading the work. Because if you front load the dopamine, you maybe don't get around to doing the work. But if you front load the work, you focus on the work, maybe you get the dopamine, maybe you don't, but the joy of the work is enough in and of itself, right? So especially in modern day where everything's social media, it's clicks, it's shorts, it's, moments, stories, reels, highlights. There's this constant chasing of attention and need to be seen as doing something, right? Need to be seen as being busy, need to be seen as inventing and creating and, sticking to the promise that you told everyone or sold everyone on. The promise is I'm this rapper and I'm cool and I do stuff. So if I put something on my story, you're going to see that I'm doing that thing that I promised you that I was going to be doing, right? And that comes from a place of insecurity. That comes from a place of fear. That comes from a place of low self-belief, right? Now, I have done that for a very long part of my life, right? For as long as I've remembered. That has been my go-to. That has been my model, because you feel it's good enough, and then you come up with another idea. You put another verse on your story. It's where the kind of laptop rap model came from. You write some bars and then you put it on. You record it with your laptop. You put it straight on a Facebook, and then you're getting all this love, and you're instantly gratified for a small amount of work. Whereas in all of human history, you would have to do lots and lots and lots and lots of work before anyone even recognized who the fuck you were, right? Think about a record in the 60s, 70s, right? You would have to spend months, years, whatever, however long it took to make a record back in the day. You would have to spend so long perfecting this thing and crafting this thing before you could even fucking tell anybody about it, right? I mean, sure, you might be able to have a conversation with a friend, hey, we're working on this record, whatever, but it's not like you could put a clip on Instagram and get a bunch of likes and fire reacts. You would have to spend a lot of time finishing the thing, because without the thing being finished, you don't have a thing, right? If you could just put it on social media instantly, you kind of have a thing, It's not the thing, but it's a kind of a thing, and you can feel satiated, gratified, energized for the dopamine hit that comes with that, faux thing. So yeah, I've done that for the entirety of my life. Now Ryan Holiday talks about this idea quite frequently in an interview with Chris Williamson on the Modern Wisdom podcast. He was one of the first things he talks about is this idea of doing the work, front loading the work, and then when you get right to the end of the project, then maybe you tell a couple people, hey, I'm about to release a book, so we should probably get the marketing cycle started, kind of thing. But he doesn't really do that. He doesn't really come out of his closet or his cave, whatever, until he gets to that point. Stephen Pressfield was, very famous for doing this, kind of locking yourself away for months on end, doing the work, then coming out of hiding and telling everyone, hey, I've done the work. Big Sean does this, in my opinion. Macklemore does this. Lots of great artists, they do that. They lock themselves away, they do the work, and then when the work is done, they come out, they tell everyone. Because they know that the work itself, the end product, the goal, their artistic vision is the only thing that matters. What I'm aiming for, what I'm optimizing for is this perfect piece of poetry, writing, music, CD, whatever. And until that's done, what are we talking about? It's practice. What are we talking about? It's practice. You know what I'm saying? It's practice. And that's what dopamine is. That's what these little snippets are. That's why, people show people, it's like I went to the gym once. I got to put it on Instagram because I want everyone to see oh, you're at the gym. Well done. Rather than go to the gym for 12 months without telling anyone, then coming and then just walking into a room and everyone just going, oh, what the actual, what? What did Sav do? What has he been eating? Motherfuckers on roids for real. But no, I've just been working, So the reason that I say, keep some shit secret is because even with your family, even with your closest, most loved, cherished people, sometimes it's okay to keep some of that shit from them, right? The reason I say that is because as soon as you vocalize it, as soon as you put it out into the world, you've almost made this promise that I'm going to do that thing that I've said. And even with the people that you love the most, that are going to be supportive no matter what, maybe you don't need that burden all the time. Maybe it's okay to just create something without having to tell anyone about it, without having to be held liable or responsible for the thing actually being finished in a, sane or manageable time frame, whatever. To be able to do something in quiet, peacefully, without anyone checking and balancing what you're doing is a very, very powerful, beautiful thing that gives you a lot of control. Often with people that love us, they want to give you a feedback, they want to give you an opinion, and you just might not need it. You might not care. You might just want to do the thing, right? And because they love you, they want to let you know, oh, we love you, so we're going to give you this feedback, this advice. Maybe we cut it down completely, but because you've come to us and you've showed us a thing, it's now our job to give you something back, which is feedback or criticism, whatever. So I have come to the conclusion very recently that there are some things that I just really don't want to share with anyone else, that I really just want to build, that I really just want to work on, and literally have not one motherfucker in this whole world know what it is, because that is a powerful place. And it allows me to fully go into my own mind and explore and create from this very freeing place of, I'm just making this because I want to. And nobody is going to fucking tell me how or why or when or where, no questions. And I understand that that's not how everything should be made. Sure, you need some criticism, some feedback, some critique with a lot of things. But I implore people to just have some things that you're just not telling anyone about, that you're just working on, that you're just creating, that you're just chipping away at, because I think it'll be good for your soul. I think it'll give you some autonomy, some power, and you'll feel respected in yourself for have done that, because it's not a normal thing. The normal thing is for us to do a thing and then want to tell everyone about it. Even if it's our mum and dad or our partner or whatever, we instantly want to tell people about it. Hey, guess what I'm doing? Oh, well done, baby. Well done. You're doing so good. Oh, I'm so proud of you. So yeah, anyway, that's it for my little spiel. Keep some shit to yourself, okay? Keep your power, keep your respect, keep your peace. Go build some shit in the dark. And, if nobody ever finds out about it, cool. If they do, cool, whatever. Just build some shit. Don't tell nobody about it. And love yourself for having done that. And that's it for for the Sav Show this week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like the show, fucking hit subscribe, baby. Drop a like or comment or something, baby. If you like this idea. Actually, if you're building something in the dark and you have not told anyone about it, drop a comment below. Obviously, you don't have to let me know what the thing is, but just let me know that you get this and that you're building and you don't care about any external noise affecting that thing, right? I'd be interested. So drop a comment. Let me know. Anyway, I'll chat to you next week on the Sav Show. My name is Savilian, the People's Champ. Over and out. Let's go.